The next ones we are doing rational exponents. Those are ones that have a fraction in it. I can rewrite a fractional exponent by changing it into a radical expression. This is equal to, and the denominator is the index to your radical. So I would say the square root of 4 to the 5th. Now I really don't need the 2 for square root, but if it was a cubed or a fourth or whatever, I would need to put the 2 in there. So when I simplify this, if I'm not using my calculator, I do the root first because then my numbers aren't so big. If I wanted to do 4 to the 5th power, I'm going to get a really big number. So do the square root of 4 first. The square root of 4 is 2. Then do the exponent, 2 to the 5th. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2, 32. Now again, yes, you can check these with your calculator. I prefer you do them the long way because again, if you go farther into algebra and you start throwing variables in there, you're not going to be able to use your calculator much. So you need to understand the process. Here, if I'm going to do this on my calculator, I need to be careful that I put the fraction in parentheses. If you don't put the parentheses around that, the calculator is going to do the exponent before the dividing. So you have to make sure you use your parentheses. 4 caret parentheses 5 over 2, and if you hit equals, sure enough, I get 32 on my calculator. So do them on your paper, check them with your calculator. This one would mean 27 to the 2/3 power, the cubed root of 27 squared. I'm going to start with the cubed root of 27. Well, we just were working with perfect cubes before. We said the cubed root of 27 was 3. I'm then going to do 3 squared. 3 squared is 9. So 27 to the 2/3 power is equal to 9. Number 12, I have 16 to the 5/4 power. So the 4th root of 16 raised to the 5th power. 4th root of 16, now that one's a little bit harder to do. We know 1 to any power is 1. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2, sure enough is 16. So the 4th root of 16 is 2. 2 to the 5th power. Now I got to add another 2 to that. 16 times 2, 32. So again, like I said before when we were doing the cubed roots, it's going to help if you also have a list of your perfect 4th powers and your perfect 5th powers. 2 to the 4th is 16. 2 to the 5th is 32. 3 to the 4th, what is that? 3 to the 5th. You probably don't have to go very high on your 5th powers because you start getting big in a hurry, but I would, at least do a few of them so that you've got a list handy and you start getting used to knowing 2 to the 5th is 32 so you don't have to look it up or calculate it every time. Makes life a whole lot easier.